Hi, this is Anita, aka Global Granny, and I am retired female solo traveler that is making her way through South America. I have an update. I am in Lima, Peru. Who would have thunk it? Okay, so Lima must be the best kept secret. However, I have heard of the amazing food that's in Lima, Peru. If you haven't, then you have been under a rock because the food here is amazing. So let's start with the food. Okay. So I had lunch today, and today's not the first day I've had lunch, but today surprised me because I have been to Italy. And if you've been to Italy, then you know what real pasta tastes like. You know that it's fresh and it's not overdone and it's not just salt and pepper and heavy cream. Let me tell you, Peru knows how to make pasta. And this was just pasta. I was kind of feeling it today. It's a little chill in the air. And I was walking by the waterfront and I thought, let me just stop in here. Let me tell you. The pasta surprised me. Nice fresh salad with traditional, what you would think of just olive oil on it, not heavy. Thinking, wait, okay, Peru. Okay, Peru. So let's talk about the criteria because you all know if you've been here before, you know what my criteria is for a place that I'm looking to temporarily move to because I got a little few commitment issues here. But can I hang around here for 6 months to a year? Let's see. Let's talk about walkability, weather. We are talked about food, but we'll talk more about food and transportation. Healthcare, last but not least, taxes. Even though taxes is really important to me, vibe is too. It can make or break a place. But let's kind of break it down a little bit. From a weather and walkability perspective, since I love the great outdoors, it can't be too hot, it can't be too cold. I went out today, just like this. This is a long sleeve. I have a t-shirt underneath it, so I didn't need anything super heavy. But I have walked out with a sweatshirt and t-shirt. So it is cool. It winds up being 60s, mid 60s. Kind of reminded me of the weather in Bogota, even though when the sun came out in Bogota, it felt stronger. I've had some sunny days here. Did it feel stronger? Yeah, I guess it felt a little stronger. And you can actually take off one of the layers because you're going to have two layers. Now, there are people who would puffer coats, and there were people in puffer coats in Vietnam. And I was like, no, I don't know. Anyway, from a weather walkability, it is definitely mild. It is definitely walkable. It is flat walking. You got a teeny bit of an incline here and there, but not like Medellin at all. Was it flat as Bogota? Probably as flat. A little Bogota. You have a little bit of an incline, a little bit, not a whole lot. But there's stairs up and down the cliffs. So here's the other thing, and I do this geographically. Lima's on the water. They're cliffs. It looks like on the waterfront part of it, it looks like Miami had a baby with Monterey, California, from a weather perspective, from a building perspective, and from a water perspective. They all kind of got together, had a baby, Lima's waterfront. Now, the central part of Lima, because I took a tour and I went to the central historical part that has the Spanish vibe, that has the small Plaza Mayor that you find in Madrid, but a whole lot smaller. You know, that one's next level off the chain if you've been to Madrid. But this one is smaller, kind of like Puebla, Mexico. It gave me that vibe, gave me that feel. The churros here? Okay, okay, Spain. The churros here. You just need to have a churro. When you come to Lima, Peru, and I hope you do, you need to have a churro. Just one. Just one. Okay, and this place is known as a food land, a food gastronomy. Gastronomy is definitely a number one. They have very, very expensive meals. They have very inexpensive meals. It just depends on what you want. Um, it's seasoned really well. They do farm to table really well. I've gone to the grocery store here. I picked up granadilla, my favorite fruit. I saw some dragon fruit. I didn't pick it up this time around. Um, I saw some papaya, but I did get a little bit of watermelon. Yeah, I did try papaya and watermelon here. It's really, really good. Of course, all the watermelon here has seeds. All the grapes here have seeds. Thank God. Not a lot of GMO that I've seen. Public transportation seems to be good. I was in another part of town that had the one of the buses, or I guess it's the main bus highway, you would call it. Um, North and south, there's bus lanes in the middle of the highway. Of course, they have trams that you can walk over or sky bridge. I guess you would call it a sky bridge, or I would call it a sky bridge. You walk over and you walk down some stairs and you actually get to the transportation that's down there. I will tell you the traffic here. Oh my God, the traffic. There's 8 million people here in the city. Mm, there's a lot of traffic here. There's a lot of traffic here. A lot of people have cars here and they use them. I didn't see as much motorbike in and out weaving that I saw when I was in Medellin. Bogota didn't have a lot of those either. So the traffic actually was worse than Bogota. I was very surprised by that because there's 11 million people there. They must use their buses more there because they had a lot of buses, and the long bus route they seem to have that down, that they have a, what do you call it, express bus lane or for the buses, but they do have other buses that seem to go east and west that goes with the rest of the traffic. But the north and south buses, I guess those are the ones that get you where you need to go pretty quickly, and then you're kind of stuck with the north and the east and west buses. But from that perspective, I don't know why they call it the City of Kings, but I can tell you the city, they should call it the City of Food because it is really good. I had a really good time walking. I was able to walk a good 30 minutes in one direction, 30 minutes in another direction across the bridge of Miraflores, or actually Barranco to Miraflores. I walked over the bridge. It was very beautiful. I took some pictures. I'm going to put them at the end of the video so you can kind of get a feel for what you can see. My understanding is this is a good place to retire. The cost of living is inexpensive from what I heard. And I've also heard that the one bedroom apartments, just so you know, go for about basic one bedroom apartment 420 to 550. The mid range that are furnished 550 to 650, and the premium views with amenities 650 to 750. So that's kind of what is in the wind. I have not looked into any of those because I am still, it has my attention. It has my attention because you can there I have to look because I'm not really sure what the minimum requirement is for uh expats who want to retire here, but I think the threshold is pretty low. I want to say maybe $800,000, something like that, $1,200. I have to look, and I'll put it across the screen when I do find that information because it is widely um, known, and it's a lot less expensive than Mexico. The other thing is too, it's the same kind of criteria that's everywhere else, by the way. You do have to have your birth certificate apostilled, and you have to have a copy of it. And you have to have an FBI criminal background check. They don't want no felons. So all those kind of same criteria that's through Latin America, it applies here as well. The other thing is insurance, the healthcare. Healthcare is private. Most people here, when they move in here, get private insurance. And the other thing, I'm hoping this doesn't change, is they do not tax foreign income. So if you have Social Security and pension, they will not tax you. So if you are okay with cooler weather, and in the summertime, it's not. This is the winter, by the way. Our summer, North America, is their winter. So it is warmer from what I understand during other times of the year. But I'm actually liking the cooler weather, just so you know, because when the hot flashes decide to come up, they don't, which is really nice. So what I'll do in the video, which is almost now, I will put a couple of pictures out there just so you can get a feel for what it looks like because I'm visual and I like for people to show me what they're talking about. You can tell me, but also show me what you're talking about. So if you enjoy this video and you want to have more content or see more content on my South America trek and what I'm finding out, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what you think. See you in the next video.